Babe, it's time to get up. Come on.
Why are you recording me?
Never waste a crisis.
That's funny. Yeah, you're right. Never waste a crisis.
You dressed?
Yeah, I am dressed. Don't worry. Man, I just got off the phone with the IRS. And, oh my goodness. This got bad, guys. This is so bad. Oh my goodness. If you didn't watch my last video, I basically dissolved my business. And I thought I could domesticate my business in a new state, which is Utah. And unfortunately, Maryland does not allow you to domesticate. So I dissolved my business and I figured I can go reinstate it. Long story short, Maryland doesn't allow you to reinstate your business either. So I'm screwed. I got the phone with the IRS today. I'm even more screwed. So where do I go from here? But before I tell you guys that, my goodness, I have to tell you guys just how bad this is. It's pretty bad. So here is what the IRS sent me. I talked to 3 different people. Hopefully when you talk to different people, you might try to see if you might get a different answer or an answer you want to hear. Just like Maryland, they didn't tell me anything I wanted to hear. But they were nice, they were cordial, and the last lady was super, super helpful. Like, literally showed me where to look for the information, even after she told me, no, you can't reuse your EIN. So I'm going to show you guys real quickly here what I'm dealing with. On the IRS.gov website, it does say here when to get a new EIN. I'm not going to read all this to you guys, but it says here you need a new EIN in general when you change your entity's ownership or structure. So I didn't do that, mind you. However, down here, you have to figure out what your formation of your business is. Mine's an LLC. It says get a new EIN if you form a new single member LLC and choose to be taxed as a corporation or S corporation. That's basically what I'm doing. So in other words, because I've already dissolved my Maryland business and Maryland will not allow me to reinstate such business, I have to form a new single member LLC and choose to be taxed as a corporation or S corporation. Down here, you don't need a new EIN if you change your name or locations, and so on and so forth, which is basically nothing that helps me. You guys have no clue how bad this is. I was really hoping the EIN could be reused. Like, that was my only saving grace. Like, I was hoping that because my name would be the same, because I was going to reform a business back in Maryland and just use the same name, hoping that they would just allow me to reuse that EIN. They said, no, you can't do it. You guys have no clue how bad this is. Like, this is so bad. I can't begin to tell you just how bad it is. It's so bad. I'm going to tell you how bad it is in a second, but this is like playing Russian roulette with a fully loaded gun. I'm going to lose every time. Yeah. So this is how bad it is. So, number one, I currently have just one car now financed through my business, which is my wife's car. My truck, as I said, I just paid it off, so I should be getting the title within 30 days or so. Those are titled in my old business. Because I cannot reinstate that business, I'm pretty sure my foreign entity here in Utah is probably going to go inactive because I don't have that business anymore, right? So I'm going to have to form a whole new LLC with a new name. I mean, I can use the same name, but I would have to dissolve the entity here in Maryland. And I want to keep that open for a little bit just in case, you know, I have to buy something, you know, and I can still write off in that business for next year, basically. But yes, all my cars are going to be titled. Well, the 2 that I have are going to be titled in my old business. I have to get those retitled. Now, because it's a new business, I may have to pay taxes on those cars again. Now, you might be wondering, why would I have to pay taxes twice if the truck was in my name with the business? If I show them that I've already paid taxes, I shouldn't have to pay them twice. Problem is, because my business was established, I didn't go on the title or the loan. Now, moving forward, I am going to go on the title of these vehicles because in the case, I know this won't happen again because this is a learning lesson. I would be able to probably go in and show that I basically have paid taxes. Now, the only thing is, if I sell the truck to my new business at no cost, they'll probably still will be taxes. I'm sure they have something for that because if you gift something this expensive, they want their money. That's just how it works. So that's an issue. Now, the other issue is my wife's car is still financed. The title has a lien on it, which means in order for me to get that lien off that car, I have to pay it off. I owe about 80 grand on my wife's car right now. Unfortunately, I don't have 80 grand lying around right now. So what I have to do is I have to basically get that resubmitted in my new business. So today, actually, I'm gonna have to cut this video soon because I gotta go form a new LLC. I gotta go do that. And once I'm done, I have to obviously get an EIN. Now, I do have a attorney here in Utah who said he could do it. It's $850. But I need this done like ASAP. And I asked him if he can do it today. And he's like, hey, I can probably get to it probably later this week. I'm like, that ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna probably do it myself. Here in Utah, it's pretty dang easy. I just went online and it's so easy. I just don't know about the EIN. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get that. It's a mess. So yes, my cars are all titled in my old business. One of them have a lien on them, and I have to somehow get that car refinanced with a new business with no credit history. Listen, and it got formed overnight. This is bad. This is real bad. And oh, it gets worse. So all the cash that I have built up in my old business, I can't just transfer it to my new business. So what do? If I transfer that cash into a whole new, I have to get a whole new bank account. I can't use my old bank account with my new business. So that has to be done. All my credit cards, gone. Got to restart that too. Oh, I only have one credit card. I only use one, which is American Express. And I know I'm going to get approved by them. They love me. They send me stuff all the time. So yes, new bank account. And what I have to do is, this is funny. I'm going to have to W-2 all that cash probably. I know it's happening. I know it's going to happen. I'm going to have to W-2 all that cash to my name because I'm not going to pay taxes on it in the business name. So, or better, I'm not going to pay taxes on it twice. And keep in mind, I wrote off my truck and my wife's car last year. So I'm going to get hit with that probably next year. So yeah, that's going to be a mess. And yeah, this is a mess. You guys have no clue. There's other stuff that I probably haven't even thought about yet. When you have a new business and you're starting all from scratch, this is what you have to deal with. And the Corvette, I mean, that's 100. I haven't even shown you guys anything on that car yet because I don't know if I'm going to keep it. So, well, here's the problem. I have to really, really finesse Jerry Seiner here because if I can't get this car approved, there's no point in me taking it in my personal name. Like, it does nothing for me financially. The goal was to basically lease that car. I literally have held off on buying cars because you can't write them off like you can write off trucks. It's not over 6,000 pound GVWR. So I stayed away from cars. However, I learned through people on YouTube, the Stradman out here, he's talking about his Koenigsegg, literally showed if you lease a car, I did some research on it, and it's absolutely brilliant. I don't know why I hadn't thought about this before. This would have been an exotic car channel had it been for that knowledge early on. I'm not even gonna explain it to you guys. It's insane though. Like, I don't know why. Never mind. That's a whole nother video. But yes, I was supposed to lease this car. That's why I bought it. I bought the car to lease it. Now, if I can just get it approved as a retail deal, I'll just do that. And then maybe next year I can switch it to a lease because the benefits are, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a mess though. But like I said, I don't even think I can keep the car because I don't think any bank is crazy enough to approve a loan of about 100 grand. I mean, that's probably about what I was looking to finance, about 100,000. But the car is 150, and they're giving me a nice discount on the car too. Thank you, Jerry Seiner, for giving me a great deal that I can't probably take. That sucks. That sucks. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. This is so bad. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta go form an LLC, and I have to get my EIN started, because I need to get all this done as fast as I can. Because before I go to the dealership, I want to try to have as much done as possible. That way we can have this wrapped up hopefully by next week. So again, thank you guys so much for praying for a brother. Like, I saw you guys' comments yesterday. Man, I was like, I had tears. I was so thankful for you guys. Like, my goodness, thank you. That was so cool to see that. And I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I can't believe I haven't been doing this by myself. Granted, I've only formed 2 businesses, including this one. It took me 30 minutes to do this. I'm not even joking. Like, so I went on Utah's website. You have to make sure the name doesn't exist in the state, and then you can just use the name, just form a new LLC. And I went over to the IRS, applied for a new EIN. Took me like 10 minutes. I'm thinking they're gonna send me something in the mail, and in like 3 weeks, I'd have an EIN. Oh no. Literally, once you submit it, you get an EIN. Like, this is so easy. $850 for this? I should have been doing this on my own. Now, I wouldn't do it for Maryland, because I think here in Utah, they don't need articles of incorporation. In Maryland, they did for an LLC, which is weird. But yeah, Utah for the win. I will forever, ever pay taxes here. I'm going to pay all my taxes. I'm going to pay taxes moving forward. I love this state. I cannot believe how easy this was. IRS, everyone hates the IRS, but this was actually easy. I'm done. Man, look at that. We're taking a quick break here. Had to let off some steam. Can I shoot one?
Yeah.
Here we go. Go ahead, baby. Oh, good shot. That was terrible.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Oh, good shot. Nice. All right, let me shoot one more, and I gotta get back to work. Here we go. I gotta make this one. Oh, not good. Let me go torture myself real quickly. Man, you guys don't understand. Like, this sucks. Like, I'm not even joking. Normally, this doesn't happen to me. Normally, I'm pretty thorough when I do stuff. But this time around, I didn't think this through. So just to recap, that over there, thankfully, I paid it off last month. And I didn't know much on it because I had a truck that was paid off before it, that I traded in on it, and that's why it was so much less money. So that just needs to be retitled. I'll have to figure out taxes if I have to pay them again. I don't know. It's just, yeah, this is going to be a nightmare. I don't know if I'll be able to refinance this because this is about $80,000. That's what I own it right now, about 80 grand. And I was in the process of refinancing this, and I don't know if they're going to allow me to use my new business for this because they've pretty much got me all done, but I told them to hold off until I could figure out what I need to do with my EIN. I already have the answer, so I have to see if they're willing to resubmit this in my new business. Granted, nothing changes my income, but it's just the principle. I'm a ghost when it comes down to credit. And then we have this guy. So this car is now approved in my old business. I'm going to Jerry Signer tomorrow to talk to Ryan. We're going to discuss what we need to do. He doesn't know anything yet. I haven't told him anything. I just said, please hold the deal. I need to basically redo the whole thing. And he says, okay. But see, they have recourse. I've already signed all the paperwork. So if they just don't care, they can just pretty much submit everything. But he was willing to hold it. I'll be there first thing tomorrow morning. I almost might put this in my black trailer and just tow it down there just in case. I don't want to put any more miles in this car. I don't want to put any. I think there's like 85 miles on this car right now because I drove it from the dealership to here and I haven't touched it because like, I'm not driving it because I want it to have the least amount of miles on it as possible. But yes, if I have to give this car up, the good news is, this is the good news. The good news is I can always get a ZR1 next year, or the one that they might be potentially bringing out above that one. Although I'm going to have to kill it this year to get a $200,000 car. I couldn't afford it anyways this year. This was in the price point because of the discount they gave me. And if I can't take this car, if you do want to purchase it, I can see if Jerry Stein is willing to redo the deal and sell it to someone else. Hopefully they have a way to go maybe with my new business. I doubt it, guys. Like, who's going to spend, or who's going to lend, really not spend, who's going to lend me, I'm going to spend, who's going to lend me $100,000, because that's what I'm going to be financing, about $100,000 on this car, to someone who just started a business. Like, I wouldn't do that. Even if you have a guarantor, most banks won't do that on something this expensive, and I don't blame them. So I'm screwed. And this is a nice spec. My goodness. I think that I spec cars pretty dang good. Just saying. I had a Dodge Charger Hellcat and literally had 3 guys spec their car just like mine. I'm not even joking. They spec them just like my car. And this Seawolf Gray, it looks ugly online, but in person, it looks amazing. And with the yellow calipers, it just pops, especially with the black wheels, black accents. This is the Carbon Flash. I couldn't remember the name of it in the last video I did when I unveiled it to you guys. But yes, on the interior, this is a 3LZ. I have the GT2 seats, which is the only way to get this car. And it has a little bit of carbon fiber on the interior, has a yellow stitching. When I showed the interior last time, the stitching looked white on the seats, but the entire stitching on this car is yellow. So even on the roof up there, hopefully you guys can see, you can kind of see up there. See all those yellow stitching up there? It looks good. But yes, like I said, this sucks. This is very embarrassing for me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I wasn't gonna tell you about this. I was gonna just not even talk about it because it's so embarrassing. But I don't care. Maybe I can help 1 or 2 people out there, and that's all I care about, honestly. It's just having someone say, hey, thank you for that. I was about to do the exact same thing, wasn't thinking, and yes, now you know. So be sure to seek legal advice before you do anything with your business. I can't begin to tell you guys how much I've built. And the truth is, and in closing, I'm done talking, I'm planning to do something outside of YouTube, either next year or very, very, very soon. And so that's why this was so important to me. But again, this was kind of a way to bring some fresh new content, in the meantime while I'm putting everything together. But again, like I said, if I have to let it go back to the dealer, I'm cool with that, because again, I want to try to build my new business now. I have to start from scratch. So learn from me. Seek legal advice. Don't be reckless. Do things very slow. Be very slow to do anything. I should have never closed my business until I talked to 15 people. And then I could have done it after getting the advice. But yes, I didn't do that. But yes, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications are on. See you guys soon.